How do they milk cows in The Sims? That's my only reference. I don't know how you milk a real cow.
It's pretty similar, actually.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah,
fair.
don't you just like sit on a stool and like lean forward and go...
Yeah. Well, hello and welcome to Not My Cup of Tea, a podcast where we find and review the wildest romance novels out there so you don't have to. How are we all feeling this evening?
We are fantastic, especially because we have a special guest.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm scared, but I'm excited. I feel like I'm a very frigid English person and I'm quite scared.
Oh, you're in for a wild ride, my guy.
I know, so was. Yeah, we've just had a banging past week, if I do say so myself.
It slapped. It didn't. It
We
slapped.
always start the introductions with it's like what we've just eaten, because we
know,
always record after we eat
Let us have a point
or
actually,
before
yeah.
we eat. Like,
This is all we have on our mind, like 24/7.
The way to go, though.
it's the way to be.
Tell us though, like, who
are you?
Who are you, and what do you do?
Yeah. My name's Yasmin. I have a YouTube channel called Yasmin's Corner where I play.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Sorry, shameless plug straight away. Sorry, wow, just out the gate there. I play Animal Crossing, The Sims, and at some point more. I go to university with Catherine. I'm not a literature student. I am in fact an English language student. So I won't be coming in with the mad literary criticism like you guys. But yeah, that's just about me, I think.
That is fair.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, give us a fun fact. That's what we did with
Oh,
Cal.
yeah,
Give us a
that's
fun
true.
fact.
Oh, a fun
To be fair,
fact.
Cal talked about his foreskin, so you
yeah,
know,
so he said
you've
the bar,
really got the bar
yeah.
as low as possible.
I mean,
or as high as possible, like depends on what
Depending
you...
on your,
I mean,
on your worldview.
like, one of my boobs is bigger than the other. I don't know if that's a fun fact, though.
That's like really common.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm very... What is a fun fact about me?
That's a funny enough fact.
Yeah, funny enough fact.
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine. We should
Yeah.
probably just start.
Get on with
Yeah,
it.
sure, so-
Really quick, content warnings. Please have a look, my guys.
Yeah.
We haven't read this yet. It's a quickie today, so Yas is gonna read it out for us, and we're gonna live react. But we're gonna put them in the description. Please read them beforehand because I don't know about this one. Like, I mean, I can just see some shit. You know what I mean?
Just
maybe
looking...
we'll get halfway and then this episode will die. You know, like maybe we'll get halfway and we'll decide this one won't be aired.
Just looking at the cover, though, of the book,
Big
it
booby
looks...
bitch.
Big booby bitch, but tasteful.
Exactly, it is tasteful.
Yeah, she's got like the
The corset is
Corset.
being unlaced.
Yeah.
her like sleeve is like rolled down. It's like
Yeah.
falling
It's like
down.
rolling-
Her hands
yeah.
are like ooh, yeah.
Yeah. It is, in fact, The Milkmaid by Kahlua Stark.
From
Did
this-
I say that right?
Yeah, I think so. From the series.
Oh, from the series, The Erotic Tales of the Regency Vampire. Of a Regency Vampire. Take a shot every time I fuck up my reading today. Also, what's the deal with swearing?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
totally.
cool. Just checking.
Oh, every.
This
we
is
talk about
porn.
sex.
We talk
It's
about
porn.
have you been listening to the episodes?
Actually reading porn, okay, I don't know why I'm worrying about dropping an F-bomb right now. Okay, fine. Alright.
It's like, what do you think we're here for?
Yeah, okay, fine. Alright, fine.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, okay, right. I'm scared. Can you hold my water?
I don't.
I'm nervous.
I don't like
You
that.
can do it. You'll be fine.
Okay, right. Let us begin, children. I stole that from you.
That's okay.
Okay, it's time. For 7 months, I've been following Elizabeth as she goes about her morning, watching from the dark shadows of the barn as she milks the cows in the pre-dawn hours of the day. Sometimes she passes so close by me that she shivers and glances over her shoulder, but she never sees me.
Was he invisible? Like an invisible vampire?
That or it's like a bit of an Edward Cullen situation.
Oh,
where he's
right.
just like-
It's
Oh,
just like-
okay, just creeping.
Yeah.
Just a creeping kind of a moment. Okay.
Is it like a challenge for you to put a Twilight reference in every single episode?
Yes.
Yes.
Proceed.
It's because I've chosen not to reveal myself to her yet.
Well, maybe he is invisible then.
Mayhaps, we shall see. She longs for a different life, this girl. Before she goes to bed, she brushes her hair and stands at the window of her cottage, gazing out of the window into the darkness. Against the golden glow of the candle behind her, her linen night shift reveals the delicious shape of her breasts. I draw my breath in. God, it's getting steamy already. I'm already
I know, right? It's like,
Wait, this one's only like 7 pages long.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm shocked we didn't like bounce straight into just like, and his dick went in her vagina.
Ew, okay, right. Theory, do you think they're gonna have, like, invisible sex? Do you think he's gonna be invisible?
That's horrid.
That's horrible. Oh, can you imagine what that would look like?
No.
It would look like you're having a seizure.
I mean, yeah, but also, like, can you imagine, like...
Is that not in the movie Ghost? Does she fuck the ghost in the movie Ghost?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You've not seen Ghost
No.
with Patrick Swayze?
No.
You've not seen it?
No.
I
I mean,
and
I
they're
know
making the clay?
I know that bit.
Anyway.
Like, I said the vagine would be like...
You
know?
I'm sorry. I feel like... And then she did a raptor open claw, kind of.
Man up, it would be popped open, you know? Like...
Just be...
Oh.
I absolutely love that on this podcast we do so many hand things that no one
Nobody
can
wants to
see.
Oh my god.
Page 1.
Still not finished it yet. I enjoy the anticipation of this time. It's been over 40 years now since I was turned at the age of 29.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Right. Need to finish the sentence.
We were like, holy
okay.
shit.
Your balls must be
Yeah.
blue, my guy. Yeah.
But as a young human male, I was too young to know how to seduce a woman. I rushed through the sexual encounters I had, chasing the relief of the release, never caring about my partner's own pleasure. Oh, I can see where this is going. But
Classic
with
man.
immortality...
He's been drinking his respect women juice.
It's got a steady drip on the IV.
But with immortality, one must decide what to do with one's time, and I have found my purpose, learning the art of seduction. Ew, that's making me feel a bit weird there, I won't lie. Like, a little
like a
bit pick-up artisty. Grim.
A little bit, yeah, because also, like, if you're immortal, like, you could study everything.
Yeah.
You could...
We had a conversation about
We
this.
did
Solve
actually,
world hunger, maybe?
Yeah.
I was like, why are they, like, in Twilight? Why are they not just, like, in college all the time, just, like, doing new degrees
Learning
like, all the
shit,
time?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to fucking high school.
But
all
my
over. Why would
question
they do
is, it's
that?
like, see if you're turned into a vampire, I want to know whether your brain can handle the capacity of living for that long, because, like, your brain deteriorates and it can't handle storing that much shit. Like, I can't even remember, like, any of my uni things. So, like, how am I supposed to live for eternity and do all the degrees? Like...
I wonder, you know that film Lucy?
Yeah.
Where she, like, unlocks all of her brain capacity? I wonder if, like... You just kept going to university if that's eventually what
Eventually, if you just keep going to university. Can you move stuff with us? Like,
It's really
oh my god.
For those of you who don't know, Catherine's dad went to university 5 times.
He did.
I feel like we need to just clarify that.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah.
He is smart.
I admit that as a vampire, I have certain powers that could help me take any woman I want.
Ugh.
Thank
Like
you.
in a consensual way, or
No, I don't think so.
You guys really do need to get, like, a soundboard with, like, an ew button. Like a that's not very consensual
What
button.
was the one? We did talk about having a button at one point where it was like ding every time. It was Raptor Rod, wasn't it?
It was, like, the sex noises. That's what you were after. And then you had me to do that!
We were going to do that as one of the intros one time and then we completely forgot. But we did the recording of it.
But because it wasn't Space Raptors, like,
Yeah,
because
it
we
was.
had so many singers in that one. It was so sorry.
Oh, it was
good.
too good. It was too good.
And also, we should have enough. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Oh god.
Fuck.
I can make myself invisible. I can
Oh, you
fly-
can then, yeah?
Yeah.
Canon.
Yeah. I can fly in both human form or animal form.
You can just
Fuck.
levitate.
Yeah. Do you think he has to flap his arms?
That's what I'm asking.
Come on.
I'm kind of picturing it like, have you seen what we do in the shadows?
Yeah.
That's kind of fun picturing it, how they can just go, you know.
Yeah, and then they just
Yeah.
start fighting on the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm picturing it.
And I can assume the shape of certain animals.
This is all true to the vampire, like, Dracula
Yeah.
canon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, can't they usually only turn into bats?
No, wolves. Wolves is a really popular
Is
one.
it? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Why wasn't that made into
Drac-
the fourth Twilight book?
Yeah, no, Dracula can turn into a wolf in Bram Stoker.
Oh,
yeah.
damn. Good to...
Wow.
Again, what learned?
Who knows?
Delicious degrees in it.
Yeah. I can also toy with emotions and stir up feelings without knowing why. These are skills that are granted to us when we are turned, so that we are capable of seeking and hunting prey for blood.
Gross.
Yeah, ew. I gave up human blood decades ago. Of course you did.
He's vegan.
Oh, we need
Can
like
you feel my vegan pussy, my vegan.
I feel like we need a bingo board for everything that's slightly a Twilight reference. Do you know what I
This
mean?
whole book is a Twilight.
It's
right?
only,
Yeah,
if you
okay,
think it's-
fine.
but he's Regency era. Like, I do want to know the period shit.
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
here
it's
for
like
that.
the originals. You all seen the originals?
I haven't even watched.
That's not even Regency area. I think that's even earlier.
I haven't even
That's
watched.
like proper colonization of
Oh, okay.
America shit.
I get you.
Oof. So like,
it's gross.
Kind of yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Bossy kiss.
That would have picked it up as well.
I
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I whispered it in that. In shame.
Yeah. Where are we up to? Okay, I gave up human blood decades ago. Yeah, I may be undead, but I'm not an animal. Chasing other humans to swallow their blood seems uncivilized and primitive, and for the same reasons, I cannot bring myself to force women against their wills.
Bare
No.
fucking minimum, mate.
Exactly.
Well done.
Wow.
And also because,
Do
like,
you want a cookie?
Yeah,
and also, like,
gold star.
not because of, like, respecting them, but because it's uncivilized and primitive. It's like, my guy,
Oh,
your priorities.
Especially the word primitive.
Mm.
That's got fucking loaded
It's
connotations
got some
right
connotations,
there.
my guys. Okay.
Interesting.
Page 2. No, it's still
But
page
we're
1.
still... No, yeah. I prefer the challenge of seducing them. Seduction begins in the head, and I am a master of playing games with thoughts.
Bitches playing checkers. I'm playing chess.
But strangely enough, my greatest powers come from my human qualities. I was always good looking, with waving dark hair and a strong chin. He thinks very fucking highly of himself.
I know, right?
Doesn't he? Like,
Yeah.
he's not just like, yeah, I've got dark hair and, you know, but like, no, it's like, I have waving dark hair. Okay, alright, go off. I have a powerful physique. And even with the modest inheritance of a younger son, I had plenty of attention from women. Okay,
Okay.
alright,
That's a bit of
fine.
Regency thrown in there.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Over these years, I have discovered that an aura of power and the scent of wealth works well with some of the women I seduce, and I do not hesitate to use it. Do I turn them all after I have ravished their bodies?
What?
Well, no, I am content with my life. I read, listen to music, and make love to beautiful women.
It's not like other
What?
vampires.
What a range of hobbies,
Yeah.
though. Like,
I read.
I listen to music and I fuck. That's all I do all day.
Fuck hard.
Okay.
Okay.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, but I know many like me who are unhappy, and I would not condemn someone's life to this. Most people cannot entertain themselves, and immortality would be naught but a curse to them.
Yeah.
But I digress. Let's return to Elizabeth. I left London a few months ago, wary of the constant noise and foul air. When I arrived here, I was frail and tired, but a few weeks in this fresh air have healed me.
Ooh.
I discovered Elizabeth purely by chance. I was flying by overhead, and I heard her singing.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? Just imagine him being like,
I'm just imagining him like arms in, legs
Yeah.
straight, shooting through the air.
or like vertical.
Like horizontal as well. Like a shit Superman.
But instead of like a super gentleman cape. He has just like his coat or like a waistcoat or whatever the fuck they're called. Like
It's just his dark wavy hair flowing behind him.
That's why it's wavy.
Oh my god. Oh my god, okay.
It was well before sunrise, and although I was hastening to get home, I knew I had time. The girl's song sounded sweet and pure to my ears, and I swooped down to investigate. Nope. She's fucking nosedives!
His skin's getting like pulled back on his face.
Just like his cheeks fucking jiggling.
Oh, do you know those squirrels? Like the flying squirrels.
Wow. It was dark and the night air was still cool. A young beauty in her early 20s emerged from the farmhouse and walked to the barn, humming to herself, dressed in a simple gown with an apron tied around her small waist.
Real quick, I'm so glad she's at least like in her early 20s.
Okay,
and not
but
like
he's
16.
Bodily 29, mentally
70.
70. It's still weird.
It's still weird, but
But at least she's very much an adult.
I like to come back. Unlike in Twilight, where she's very much underage and he's
100
over
years old.
100.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's still a bit weird, but like she's a proper adult, you know, which is
Yeah.
like, you know,
Wait, what age is Bella again?
17, no 16,
16.
16, 17.
Fuck off!
Exactly, which is just
Oh.
When they
gross.
first meet, yeah, remember she gets turned
Wow.
just after her 18th birthday?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
exactly.
That. It's just like the unrealistic standards that I feel like that film set for myself. Like, wow, I'm 18 and I don't look like Bella. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
When
and
it's like,
and I don't have a vampire boyfriend. What's going wrong
Yeah,
about
What
that?
am I supposed to be doing with my life?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Banner.
her thick hair was coiled into a bun on top of her head, but tendrils escaped down from it and clung to her neck. Maybe it was the scent of the hay that reminded me of my boyhood fascination with the stables on my father's estate, but I felt a strong inclination to stay where I was. Or maybe it was the sight of her breasts, bouncing as she milked the first cow.
I mean, sure, guy, you know, whatever.
How vigorously is she fucking milking that cow?
I mean,
her
I think-
boobs are going do-do-do-do.
But I think because I'm pretty sure you have to lean forward, and then if you're doing that, like they're gonna bounce if you just move your arms a little bit. You know what I mean?
Guess.
How do they milk cows in The Sims? That's my only reference. I don't know how you milk a real cow.
It's pretty similar, actually.
Yeah.
to be
Yeah, don't
fair.
you just like sit on a stool and like lean forward and go?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough,
I'll give
okay.
you- I'll give you it.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it was, I stopped to watch.
God.
It was a pleasing sight. The lantern cast a warm light in the barn, and the cows were sleepy, but pleased to see Elizabeth. Oh my Jesus Christ, yes, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, darling.
No bother.
They sensed my presence and mooed nervously, but I was invisible, so they allowed themselves to be soothed by her. She talked to them while she milked them expertly. That feels like some foreshadowing to me.
I know, same. I was just wondering that whether there's gonna be something like. Oh, I don't even want to say it before.
I just feel like that verb is going to be used later on in a different context.
I know.
I watched as she went about her duties. Her skin was as creamy as the milk that frothed into the shining pails. She had brown hair and pretty plump arms. She looked as if she had spent her whole life in the clean air and the sunshine of the farm. When she finished, she pulled the fresh hay from the bale and fed them all, patting their heads or rumps and singing softly to herself. But it was what she did next that makes me come back to watch her.
Oh god.
Oh no. I
Oh,
remember
no.
us reading this in the blurb.
Oh no.
Okay. She glanced around to assure herself that she was alone. Then she lay down in the hay,
Oh, no.
tipped her head back and sighed, and began to run her hands all over her breasts.
What?
For someone like me, jaded by eternal life and seldom surprised by anything, this was so unexpected that my jaw fell open.
What?
Wow.
She's gonna flick the bean.
She's gotta rub that magic conch! It's fucking
That
tough.
was worse. That was so much worse.
That was so much worse.
Fuck you.
seemed so wholesome and beautiful that I didn't expect to see her spreading her legs in the hay and rubbing her soft fingers over herself. Okay, time out here. It's really just clicked in my brain that this is me going to be saying this on the internet forever.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's continue. Oh, I love you guys, but I'm never telling my parents I did this.
Oh,
Oh, understandable.
Please don't.
Like what I've done, like my mum listens to us, and like she's chilled. But like my
Fucking love that.
shout out, love you, mum. But
Shout out, Lisa. I love you, Lisa.
Woo!
like I've told my dad like we're doing it, but like that we have a podcast. But I was like, I'm not telling you the title though.
It is about very wholesome things. We read the Bible. I felt a stiffening in my groin and drew a deep breath. She made little gasping sounds and used her left hand to open herself. I could have joined her right then, but I held back. If there's one thing I've learnt, it is that anticipation increases my pleasure many times over.
Also,
This isn't nice.
she's just done like a bunch of like farm work. Her hands are dirty as fuck. That's
Ew.
a yeast infection.
Ew.
That's a yeast infection
poop.
waiting to.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
cow poop.
But
yes.
she's not at their assholes. She's at the guy. You.
No, I know, but if she's like sorting out their hay.
Still
Oh,
touching
wait,
like...
that's a good point actually.
Ew, no.
I'm glad she milked them and then did the hay. I don't know if I would have handled it if she'd picked up all the poop and then milked them.
But I thought didn't she like take like fresh hay from the bale?
Yeah,
and
I
then,
think she was actually
to feed
feeding
them.
them.
She was feeding them fresh hay from the bale.
Okay, I misunderstood that. then.
No, it's not. What
I
she-
forget that hay is both food and bed
Yeah.
And toilet.
and toilet. It's all free.
It's
Three in one help.
Yeah. Also, though, can we just talk about how kind of creepy it is that he's...
Yeah, I don't like it that he's watching her. And she
Yeah,
doesn't know.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That is-
like...
Especially in such a private moment where
Oh,
she
yeah,
like would have
exactly.
been like flogged for this had like anyone seen her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
And probably, like, disowned by her family as well. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Exorcised.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been holy water involved, yeah. I could have...
I don't know why it's just cracked me up. That would have been holy water.
Fucking hell.
I guess.
I walked closer, still invisible, and knelt between her legs so I could watch
no.
as her capable fingers exploited her pinkness.
Explored.
Explored.
It's
Well-
marginally better, but only marginally.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
yeah, alright.
Oh god.
Elizabeth stopped and lifted her head, sensing my presence but unable to see me.
I
She
would.
can hear him heavy breathing.
She can literally hear his dick getting hard.
Feel his breath.
Oh my god. I would literally imagine that you're just like having like a peaceful wank and like
Yes.
you just sense there's like somebody there but you can't see anything, so you think
Yeah.
you're losing your mind.
Yeah.
And it's
that
just
would be
like,
nice.
what do I do? It's like, that sounds horrifying.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, yeah. I waited in silence, and a few seconds later, she lay back and continued. Her hand moved rhythmically, faster, harder. I put my face between her thighs. The scent of her honey sweet almost pushed me to taste her. But I contented myself with gently blowing against her inner thigh.
What? Oh my god, I would be so fucking scared.
I'd be like ghosts.
I know.
That's some ghost shit
That's
right
some
there.
ghost shit.
Ghosted it.
He's just like terrified into ever wanking ever again.
Yeah, probably.
This is like, they shouldn't teach abstinence in schools. They should just let kids read this and
Yeah,
they'll do
exactly.
it.
Be like, nah, mate.
She cried out, and a pink blush spread over her breasts and neck. Ah, delicious! She squeaked and came to a shuddering climax.
She squeaked.
She squeaked. See what I was just about to say, yeah. We're not thinking about her.
TLDR, we had a mouse in the house last night and I
Yeah.
had a panic attack.
Because he got caught in a trap and he squeaked really loud.
And I did cry for a solid like 30 minutes because I realised that he would die. And I got really upset by that.
Fly high, angel.
Also, just side note, off of that side note, I love how you just said the most Scottish thing that you could have ever said, ever. There's a moose in the house.
There is a mouse in my house, you're right.
That is the thing that English people say to take the piss out of Scottish people.
Is it actually?
It's one of the things, other than like, there's been a murder!
Do you know they never
Seriously?
said that on that show?
What show?
The show where that's from.
What show is that
What?
from?
That's from a TV show.
Which one though? Like, don't.
I don't know. It's
Oh,
like
right,
a
okay.
Scottish TV show where it's like investigating things, but no one has ever said there's been a murder.
Okay.
Wow. Well,
Wow.
yeah. Sorry,
What
I
else
just
can you say? Go on then.
I can't say anything. Donkey.
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 What are you
I'm
doing
good in my swamp?
I pride myself on my Shrek impression.
It's pretty solid.
Thanks.
I think that, being vice president of the Shrek
Shrek Society.
Committee.
You're so right.
Like,
Yeah, you should.
if you couldn't, yeah.
I would be upset.
Ah, delicious. She squeaked and came to a shuddering climax, pressing her thighs together around her hand. She yearns for a man to fill her. One day,
why?
Elizabeth.
Why are you assuming?
Exactly. Why are you assuming, huh?
Assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Exactly.
Yeah. One day, Elizabeth, I thought, one day soon, you will not have to press your hands against your lonely body.
What the fuck?
I'll make you scream with pleasure, but not yet. After that day, I made sure to come back to the barn before dawn. Soon I began to visit her bedroom window at night too.
He is totally Edward
He
Cullen.
is. He really is.
Can you imagine, plot twist, this was, Jasper in, war times,
That'd be mad.
Yeah.
Plot twist, my name is Jasper Cullen.
Whoa.
I would in fact shit my pants.
Once I have picked a woman, I spend some time watching her.
Oh my god, why?
Like this is like serial killer. Like
Yeah.
see if you took that
Yeah.
that quote out of context and you told me like Jeffrey Dahmer said
Oh
it,
yeah,
I'd be like,
exactly.
yeah.
It's like, the crux. I mean, not Jeffrey Dahmer because he was gay, but usually
True. Who am I thinking of? There's
there's so
of
many.
them.
Ted Bundy, maybe.
That's-
Yeah,
yeah.
Bundy.
Yeah. Getting to know her.
Edward Dean, maybe.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah,
You need to stop watching true crime, mate.
I love true crime.
It does slap, though.
Yeah, no.
I watch it through Elizabeth... Wait, what?
Oh, that's just a typo.
Oh, okay, cool. That really threw me off then. I was like,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot how to read.
No, he forgot how to write.
He forgot
Yeah.
how to write.
Yeah.
Yes.
We think it's a he.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no, it's a her! Oh, no, we don't know.
Fucking Kahlua Stark is definitely a pen name.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Kahlua is a
Would be a woman's name, I
woman,
suppose.
isn't
But
Yeah. Well,
Well,
we
we'll
don't
find
know. I watch Elizabeth through her window at night, noting how she paces the floor, gazes into the darkness, into my eyes. That there are
that makes,
two typos in that sentence.
that makes no fucking sense. Noting how she paces. What?
Paces around the floor.
Noting how she paces the floor, gazes into what? Okay, big. Just like
There needs to be a comma or something else in there. I'm
There's
not
some
looking
words
up.
missing in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sentence.
Into my eyes. She lives with her old parents, miles away from the nearest city. No shop windows to look through. No beau to bring her small presents. No new clothes. No parties.
Ah, yes, what women are into.
Yes, absolutely yes.
Gifts, parties,
Clothes.
clothes.
And bows.
Clothes and bows. Her full body is bursting with sexual longing, waiting for someone to come and light her fire.
Wasn't that a bear poverty as well? Because we went like, relight my fire.
We were because it was firefighters. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if it
Yes.
was that line, but yeah. We definitely did sing that at one point.
Your love is my only desire. Okay.
She's a ripening fruit, and
Oh
there
my
is
God.
nobody around to taste her sweetness.
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like
Uh.
the creepiness has just automatically been cranked up to 11.
I know.
I stand corrected. I stand over her when she sleeps.
I hope it turns around and she actually like rejects him because she's like, you've been freaking me out for months.
Yeah, like GTF
Get
away from me.
And then that's where the book ends.
It'll be so funny.
I stand over her when she sleeps, curling my fingers to send a mild restlessness over her.
What? Oh, because you can
Yeah,
manipulate
you can
emotions, yeah.
Yeah,
He is Jasper Cullen.
Yes.
literally. She tosses and turns in her bed, dreaming of a tall man with powerful shoulders, let me guess, dark wavy hair and a toned jaw or whatever the fuck he said earlier, leaning over her, and she wakes up with wetness between her legs. When she sees me in person, she will remember this. A feeling of familiarity and arousal.
This is proper, like, what's the word for it where people are into, like, hypnosis?
I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's a thing.
Yeah. Everything is everything.
Everything is a thing, yeah.
Isn't it, right? It's like,
It must be...
there's bimbofication, but I don't think this would
What's a
come...
No, that's something else.
bimbofication? What is that?
No, that's like...
I'm not taking the time to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
honest.
Google it.
Google it on your own Wi-Fi, please. Otherwise, we are gonna get a call from the Wi-Fi people being like, whatever you're doing,
Stop it.
stop it. I've used that joke before, but it's still funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah. The next night I slip my hand under her night shift. That we need like a Nino. That is not consensual right now.
No.
Running my hands over her warm thighs.
This is court material already.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a Facebook like a tag group, and it's like it feels like this post will be used in a future crime investigation. But okay, this feels like that.
Yeah.
You're so right.
But it's like the 1800 version.
Yeah.
Where it's just like a diary somewhere. Not enough to wake her up. Just enough to make her dream of fucking. Wow. And to give me a pulsating erection! Yay!
I hate this.
Oh wow,
God.
and then the next line. I climb into her narrow bed carefully, sliding her blanket down and pushing her dress up. Without touching her, I straddle her.
How do you
And-
straddle her without touching her?
Yeah.
I think he means he like doesn't touch her with his hands,
Or
but
like
he...
telekinetic.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I straddle her and wrap my fist around my erection.
He got his dick out.
Yeah, just like that.
Put it away.
Stop it!
Imagine just waking up and this strange man is just like, hello.
I mean, yeah, once again, they would be like,
I've been
police.
watching you for months.
They'd be like, hello, police.
Hello.
Oh my god.
It's so bad.
So
It's not
bad.
even fun bad. Like,
Yeah.
Raptor 6.
And
It's
you're-
just bad.
And we are only on page 4 of 9.
I know.
Okay,
Okay.
right. Well,
Maybe
let's.
we won't make it with me. What?
Yeah.
We won't make it through 2 books. I don't think. I think it'll just be
No,
one.
it'll just be one, yeah. Like, we actually, because this is like only 9 pages long, so we had actually also gotten the second one in the series,
Yeah.
which is like 11 or something, and we thought we could do it tonight, but we're gonna stick to this one tonight, because I can't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I look down at her, willing her to dream of what I see. Her bare breasts.
Her breast's bare.
Her breasts bare. Thank you, Dan.
You don't.
Her breasts bare. Her belly gently curved. A dark triangle of hair between her legs. She sighs in her sleep, and I rub myself.
Ah, no!
I am going to fuck her soon, but for now, this is enough. My cock stiffens at the thought of sinking my hardness into her tight pink cunt.
Ah, no!
But she moves, and I have to leave the bedroom before I wake her.
Seems reasonable, doesn't it? Like,
Oh, yeah.
this is where he draws the line. It's good to know.
My fucking face. I'm just sitting here like,
What's this thing?
Like,
Big
yeah.
drop.
What?
Yeah.
I know.
what?
Okay.
That was 2 nights ago.
Okay.
And I've spent the last 2 days dreaming of the things I want to do to her. Not with, to.
Yeah.
Let's,
obviously.
That's a distinction.
Yeah.
It is indeed. And finally, tonight I am ready. I dress with care.
Okay, is she ready?
Exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, apparently.
She used to work, probably. Like,
She has things to do.
Yeah,
Exactly,
she's fucking busy.
yeah.
She has got a job. She's a working
Exactly.
woman.
Yeah,
Not so much that we can say for this geezer right here.
Yeah, he's-
Disgusting.
Fucking about.
I know.
Quite
Literally.
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 I dress with care, pulling on a crimson velvet coat, a pristine white shirt, and my dark breeches. My Hessians? Question mark.
Maybe like a type of boots, maybe?
Yeah.
Polished to a shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. My Hessians are polished to a shine, and my gold rings gleam in the dark. It's dark when I arrive at the barn. I wait, invisible, watching her... Wait, what? Watching her cottage in the pre-dawn light. I see the glow of her candle in the window, but I stay where I am. Like a Bridegroom, oh my god. It's just getting to that point where I'm like, what?
Bridegroom is like a traditional.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like a bridegroom awaiting the bride. I will not see her until it's time.
Also, like, usually when somebody gets married, like, it's been pre-discussed and the people know each other.
Yeah, you're like just arriving at the door like, time to fuck!
Exactly. Who are you?
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad!
You're not my... No, sorry. You're not my real father. But no.
I'm a real boy.
This is taking a dark
turn. You're not my real dad.
Anticipation hardens my cock, and I force myself to look around for distraction. The farm animals are starting to wake up, not mating yet. Rewind. Making bleating or crowing sounds. Elizabeth appears at the door of the cottage and walks across the barnyard. I give her time to finish milking the cows, to relax and enjoy her morning, and then I take on a solid human form and knock on the door.
Oh my god, I can't wait for him to weasel his way.
Oh my god, I know, right? Mm-hmm. I really... I have anticipation of how this will go. Like,
I think we're already halfway and there's actually not been any sex. I feel like the sex itself is going to go very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, that's gonna be the other half of this book, most likely. Yeah.
I'm just like, my eyes have just scanned down the page, and I'm oh no. She's startled to see me, a strange gentleman dressed for a ball, in her cow barn at dawn.
Can you imagine you just like fucking woke up, you know, did like your morning tasks, and then this like random dude shows up in like full dress.
Like,
like,
hey bro.
Fancy dress, is like, you good?
You alright?
Like, heavy night, what? She stands up hastily, brushing her dress down and patting her hair nervously. Oh, sir, are you lost? When her eyes meet mine for the first time, I feel a frisson.
Frisson?
What the fuck is that word?
I have never heard this word in my life.
Let me Google it.
But once again, it's not my native language.
I've had so many conversations where I've been like, what's the word?
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
I love how it's my native language and you can read so much better than me.
It's just a quick read engine. Like, I think that's like unrelated.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. It's a strong, sudden feeling of excitement or fear.
Okay.
A thrill.
Cool.
It's like a fancy way of saying he's like a thrill, or like a chill runs down his spine or whatever.
Okay, well, I'm just going to adjust that to a chill because I don't know how to say that word.
Frisson?
Frisson?
Is it French?
I don't know. Maybe. I feel a chill run through me. Yes, I'm afraid my carriage broke down some distance from here.
Liar!
This is like a serial killer thing, you know, like in Clockwork Orange?
Who did it? Who did the car thing where it's like, my car's broken down, come help me, young woman?
I think that was Ted Bundy, actually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Clockwork Orange.
Yes, I'm sure.
They did that in there as well, yeah.
Okay, where are we at? Oh, yeah, my carriage broke... Yeah, okay. I apologise for startling you, but I saw the light in the door and I thought I might find some help here. Well, sir, my father can help you, but he's asleep, and I... No, please do not wake him. I'm content to wait here if you do not object. Oh, no, sir, I don't object. She curtsies and gestures at the barn apologetically. Only there's nowhere for you to sit.
I would like to sit.
On your dick.
I thought it was going to be I'd like to sit on your face, but no, it's like the other way around.
It's kind of with him, yeah.
All I want to do is sit on you, sit on you, sit on you.
Catchy song.
It is.
Oh, I'm perfectly comfortable on the hay. Please carry on with the cows. The bales of hay are stacked in a row nearby, forming quite a comfortable seat. I find a spot and settle down to watch her. She feeds the cows, glancing at me now and then, as if wondering where she's seen me before.
Oh.
In a few minutes, I engage her in conversation and beckon her to sit in the hay next to me. I begin to tell her stories about London. I tell her of the shimmering parties and describe the dresses that the women wear.
That's such a weird flex. It's like, do you You know, that's like the classic. I'm really picturing, you know, like a finance bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Finance bro!
who you meet at like a club that you didn't really want to go to, but your friend who likes feeling bougie sometimes dragged you to,
Yeah.
and she chats you up and tells you about how this one time he was at a
yacht party.
at a yacht party or something. You're like, okay, cool story, bro.
Yeah.
This is the vibe I'm getting here.
Yeah, I get you. It's like, okay, can we talk about like something interesting?
Yeah, exactly.
Not just like what you did last week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tell her gossip about the famous people that she's heard of.
See?
Literally,
exactly what
yeah.
I was just saying.
And she listens to it all with sparkling eyes, leaning forward in her eagerness.
Sure, John.
And do you know what iced champagne tastes
Ugh.
like? I ask. Blech. No, she breathes. You must take a sip of it and swirl it in your mouth.
You don't have champagne ice cold because then you can't taste anything. If it's chilled, but not ice cold.
Yep. I'll trust your judgment there.
Okay, well,
We got wine. I got wine training. It should
he's
work.
just an idiot then.
Yeah,
He's a fake finance bro.
Exactly, he's a fake finance bro.
You must take a sip of it and swirl it in your mouth, I tell her, brushing her lips with one finger.
Stop it.
It bubbles and dances on your tongue, and then when you swallow it, it slides down your throat, intoxicating you and making you feel dizzy. I slide my finger down her throat and between her breasts.
What?
It just gets stuck.
Eaten by the corset.
Swallowed by her big boobies.
Oh god.
What a way to go. She gasps and looks at me with darkening eyes. I draw closer to her and murmur, just like you're intoxicating me with your beauty. What a pickup line!
I know, right?
Wow.
Oh.
She smiles coquettishly?
Coquettishly.
Yeah,
Coquettishly.
Yeah.
And I cup my hand over her breast, feeling her nipples stiffen under the rough fabric. Will you let me pleasure you, Elizabeth?
That is like
She didn't say her name, did she?
exactly. Also, that went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Like
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, you can sit down here and wait for until you get help for your car." Oh, can I fuck you? Like, within like literally four sentences.
Yeah,
it's like, bruh.
It's like, no, I don't know you.
Exactly.
Also, my dad's right there.
Exactly.
Instead, she nods wordlessly and I pull her up so she's standing in front of me. I unlace the front of her dress and open it to reveal her breasts. She puts her hand up to cover... No, wait. She puts her hands up to cover her modestly. I pull her wrists down. You have a beautiful body, Elizabeth. Let me see it. You mustn't be shy.
Like, I feel like, because like the obvious power imbalance here is real iffy. Like,
Especially because he's like, I am rich boy, you know what champagne tastes like, poor girl.
yeah,
Covered in
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. And also because the thing is, like, she has, like, she feasibly can't really say no, you know what I
No,
mean?
exactly, yeah, no,
Yeah.
a woman can't really, they can, but,
I mean, because, if it's, she
well,
was in the same...
Regency era, it's like, even if a man and a woman are alone together at any point, then everyone starts to say rumours, and she can't
Obviously.
deny it, so that's when, like, the whole, like, honour thing comes into play.
Oh,
So, if someone caught them right now, they'd need to get married.
No, it's because,
Like, just from standing next to each other and
No,
talking privately.
But like the problem is not. That would be. That's one thing if they were in the same like social sphere. But because she's like a peasant girl, like
Oh yeah,
nobody
she'll just
would,
be like a
nobody would believe
living
her.
sex slave for
Yeah,
her. Yeah,
exactly.
for him.
Like she's not. She doesn't have any like power here to like.
No, she
do
couldn't
anything,
really say no, because
Yeah,
then he could just
exactly.
be like, well, I'm buying your house and now you're homeless.
Yeah,
Bye. And
exactly.
then she'd be like, well.
Yeah, or it's like, I'm buying your house and you.
Yeah,
I've already
exactly.
spoken to your
Yeah.
father, you are mine now.
Yeah.
You know? I pull the dress off her shoulders and peel it down her arms. The complicated lacing at the waist prevents me from dropping it any further, but it's no matter. I can see enough now. Wow. I run my eyes over her body, feeling the heat rising in mine. Her breasts are firm and high, her waist narrow,
We did the exact same thing at the same time.
oh, and her shoulders smooth as marble. Her nipples are a deep pink. What was it? Nipples is a colour of cinnamon.
Yes.
Cinnamon nips. What is it with nip colour?
I don't
Can we
know.
just let it go?
I know, right?
What? Okay. Her nipples are a deep pink, perfect and pert against her creamy breasts. I pull the pin out of her hair and it tumbles down, brown and silken around her face.
Let's be honest. She's bathed like twice this year.
And it's September.
Yeah.
And also, you know...
Nasty bitch.
She's nasty.
And also, like, you know how cows smell absolutely amazing? They don't.
No.
No.
Not really.
Not really.
I wouldn't want to be fucking in hay with cows right next door.
No.
I'd feel awkward. Like, are they staring at me? What happens if, like,
What
one
if
day...
one just lifts a tail?
Exactly.
Drops
Spanks
massive
you.
dude.
It's you!
Wow.
Or if you just get like a spank from a coattail or all of a sudden you're like, where the fuck did that come from?
Question mark? No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Would it
No,
count as
no,
bestiality?
Yasmin, no.
Would it count as bestiality?
If it wasn't planned.
Would it hold up in court?
I swear I didn't want the cows to be there, they just were.
I was a bit distracted. Crikey.
Rocky, mate.
Crikey.
Christ.
I groan with the urgency of my erection. It pulses against my thigh, and I cannot deny it anymore. I pull her against me, pressing her soft body between my legs. She shivers in my arm as I slide a hand up her bare back and crush her against my chest.
What? Snap.
Dinner time!
Oh, shit!
No, guys, he's a vegan, it's fine.
Maybe he's just so horny that he didn't even realise that he was being that strong. And he just goes, and he's like, oh no! And then the rest of the book is him on the run, like, I'd enjoy that.
Because he spent
Anything over this.
Because he spent this entire, 3 months just, watching her preparing, hyping himself up, and he just fucking snaps her neck by accident.
Do you not think
Wow.
that would be really funny?
It would be really funny.
Wow, I wish I didn't do an ab workout this morning. I'm in a
You're
lot of
something
pain
like,
right now. Okay. I kiss her, gulp, literally. I kiss her so hard that I fear it might bruise her. The fuck?
I know, right?
But she opens her mouth to my probing tongue. Ew. Her mouth is pink, warm, soft, and it reminds me of And it reminds me of how her pussy looked the first time I saw her. Wow, that.
I'd remember a pussy like that anyway.
But it's her mouth, it's not even her actual pussy. It's
Ew.
her
How
mouth.
similar does it look?
I know,
It's
right?
like,
Does her pussy have teeth?
you know the thought
What's
shit.
that movie called?
Teeth.
Is it called
Yeah,
Teeth?
that's a different called teeth, yeah.
Wow, or it's like you know the thought shit video from Megan Thee Stallion. Right at the end, no. Okay, you guys need to watch that because
Okay.
right at the end it's like a guy has a pussy for a mouth and it's really uncomfortable and I don't like it. And then he sticks the tongue out of it.
Oh, alright, okay.
No.
Fair.
Okay. I cannot wait to be inside her. I pull my Really, I now have a pussy for a mouth. I cannot talk. I pull my mouth away from.
I didn't expect that out your mouth. You got so bold so quickly. Like
know.
20 minutes ago you were like, is it okay if I say fuck?
You're like, we're kicking you off. This is the last episode we're ever going to be on. Get out of my house.
That's funny.
Oh.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, I'm going to need it after this. I pull my mouth away from hers and lower my head to her breasts. Her nipple fills my mouth, and I take as much of her breast
Just
into
her
my mouth
nipple?
as I can. Yeah, that's...
Like a fish. Do you have this picture of the fish eating the other fish? That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, fuck. I was thinking more like pufferfish.
No, because he takes
Wow.
he starts with a nipple, but then he takes as much of her breast into his mouth as he
Funny
can.
story.
Okay, tell it, please.
I don't know. Andy, please don't listen from here on.
That's a could flex.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, here we are. She moans as my hand fills... Oh my god, I'm literally crying. I need a second here, wow.
It's alright.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a shame it won't be staying in the podcast, I can tell you that one. I think Ross would piss himself.
Understandable.
He listens to these at work, so he'd just be walking around like,
What? Bitch, what?
Okay, right.
You can do it, yes.
She moans when my hand finds her other breast. I run my tongue over her nipple, mimicking the motion of with my hand on the other nipple. Literally, I'm just crying out of one eye right now. Okay.
It happens.
Wow. Okay, that's a.
next line, my cock.
Oh, my cock feels engorged in my breeches, so I guide her hand towards me, pulling at the bottoms to release my clothing. When her
The partners in the bottoms.
Buttons. Not bottoms.
What is wrong?
Pulling at the booty.
I was just like, is that just like...
cheek?
I was just like, is that just olden day clothing?
The bottoms.
Oh my god, take a shot every time I fuck up this reading. I'm literally crying right now, okay. Okay, right, let's... Whew. What's that thing out of like High School Musical? It's like... Ma! Okay. I'm just gonna start the sentence again,
Yeah.
okay?
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I think so. My cock...
My cock. You did it in such a thick accent.
Danny Tyler, where you fucking are.
So good. My cock feels engorged
Should I do that?
in my breeches.
My cock feels so engorged in my breeches, so I guide my hand towards...
Like, if you're going to do your own accent, you're fucking it up.
Well, it's Australian.
No, it's like trying to do like the most East London that I can.
I used to sound Australian. That's too far
So
east.
funny.
Too far
What?
east.
Yeah, just a couple of oceans. We're delirious because we're getting to the end now. We know it's gonna finish.
It's okay. We've got 20% to go.
I know.
Yeah, we can do
We're
it.
almost fucking there. Okay.
It's like that.
Okay. Right. Mark. My cock feels engorged in my breeches, so I guide her hand towards me, pulling at the buttons to release my clothing.
Well done.
Thank you, gold star.
I'm proud.
When her palm closes over me, I just see your
I made it out.
I slip my hand under her petticoats, up between her thighs. I can just see out the corner of your eye what you're doing. Oh, God. Do you know what? Let this podcast never ever be filmed, because it would be
It'd be
cursed
so
as
funny
fuck.
though. It'd be so funny because it would just be the two of us just going.
Just mind me. I mean, it would be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
We should do special live streams where they're filmed.
We should.
Absolutely,
We
yes.
absolutely
And
should.
Back
it can
that.
be like quickies like this.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
yes.
Yeah, really good.
Amazing.
But it would take us 3 hours.
Oh
Wouldn't
yeah,
take you guys
that would
3
be
hours.
great.
that's fun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the fun of
that's
it.
the
Live
fun.
streams are just like boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, right. I slip my hand under her petticoats, up between her thighs. At long last, I'm free to caress her wetness, her pinkness. What does pinkness feel like, is what I want to know.
Alright.
Can we just stop using colours as, like,
Is he like,
objects now?
what's it called when...
My coochie meow is round. Roast beef. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
That was was fucking vegetable people. I think
I haven't watched that one. I need to watch that.
Oh, that
my
one's
God, that
fucking
one.
good. I'm
Yeah.
actually very
Oh,
proud of
that's
that
right. That was
episode.
actually a really funny one.
And I
Yeah.
think as well, like, just Cal's like such a funny man.
Cal is hilarious, yeah. It was good having him on.
Some of the shit he came out with
I
that
know,
night,
right?
we were just sitting there like,
yeah.
what
Screaming.
did you just say?
Yeah, no, I definitely need to listen to that one. Okay, right, guys, we've got 20% left. We can fucking do this.
Also,
Okay.
synesthesia is what I was thinking of. When people like kind of like feel
My
colours.
sister has that. Synesthesia.
Yeah.
What, when you feel colours?
Or like you hear colours, or
She
you
has
can
it to
taste
like a
music or
mild
some
degree,
shit.
yeah, where
Wow.
she
who does?
associates my sister.
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
The one you've met.
Yeah.
She has a. Hi, Lisa. From what I understand, it's like every letter of the alphabet has a specific colour, and every
right.
word has a specific colour.
Okay.
But just because like
Wow.
a letter of the alphabet, so like for me, cat is blue because C is blue. Like I think we all have it to a certain degree, but like Lisa really has it. It's quite funny because I'm pretty sure like it's like a disability.
Yeah, it's just like
For some people, it's really,
Yeah.
really
like heavy, yeah.
intense.
But
But for my
it's-
sister, it's just like a weird quirk.
yeah, it's just something in your brain that's like a little bit right differently. So yeah,
It's literally just it is literally just like the wiring. They, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's crazy, though. I've never heard that that's an actual, like, thing.
Yeah.
Mad.
So maybe he can feel pinkness.
Okay, fine, alright then, I'll let it be. Okay, fine. Accepted. I feel her tremble in response to my touch, and I know it's time.
It is time. Rafiki.
Stop. Hammer time.
I was thinking more Rafiki.
More like nail time, I
Yeah, I
guess.
suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I lift her onto my lap, spreading her legs and lowering her onto my cock.
What?
Oh my god, no foreplay!
I know, right?
That's
you just
straight in.
You touched her once, and then you're just gonna go.
For a guy who says that he has patience, he really doesn't.
For a guy who
Exactly.
says he knows the art of seduction, so far all he's done is watch her while she sleeps.
And masturbates.
While she
And also, right? He watched her masturbate. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Like close up. He knows exactly how to get her off, and he just doesn't.
And then
Wow.
also he's done this, like, he's not actually seduced her, he's like
He just fucking shows up.
subliminally-
Exactly.
No, he's like subliminally put it in her head
Yeah.
that she should associate him with sex. It's
Exactly,
literally
yeah.
just hypnosis.
Yeah.
And it's
It
and
is.
like unconsensual manipulation of like wow, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
he
Okay,
pops
yeah,
her on
yeah.
his cock.
that is
Yeah.
indeed what I got up to, yes.
Yeah.
She cries out as I enter and grasps my shoulders for support. I feel her wetness parting for me, forming a warm, tight passage for my cock to push into. She
I'm glad you made the noise this time and not me.
She slides her hips forward, drawing me closer into her, and I begin to feel the thrumming of pleasure in my body.
For a virgin, she kind of knows what to do.
I know, right?
She's lying.
That's what I was thinking. Because I mean, it's not
No
like
virgin
explicitly said.
shaming.
It's not explicitly said that she's a virgin.
Yeah, but it's kind of implied, isn't it? Because he was saying, like, oh, she's not known the touch of a man, but soon you will, my darling.
That is true, but also because that's just his assumption. Because to be honest, right? Because especially for more like like peasants or like just like foreign people or like in smaller or like not
It
rich
wasn't that
people,
big of a deal,
it
was
wasn't
it?
that big of a deal. Like if you're married or not, you
Yeah.
know, like it's more like once marriage becomes like a political tool as well. But if you're just like poor,
Yeah, if it's
if
not,
you're
yeah.
poor anyway, then like doesn't
Yeah,
really matter. Just
fuck it,
have
yeah.
fun, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what if she is a virgin and then the hymen is broken and then there's blood? Because I keep forgetting that he's a vampire.
Oh, does he?
I don't know
Actually.
if there is if something happens then.
Oh, good point.
I mean, I know he's a vegan, but
But to be fair, like, Dracula only wanted virgins. That's like a whole thing.
Nah, true.
ooh, was there something there? Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, it was about like the I think it was about Germans or something like
Oh,
that.
Germans.
Yeah, like it was something to do with like culturally people were coming into Britain and they saw it as like an invasion. So that
Wasn't it about Jews?
it might have been about you.
Because he is very like
Yeah.
he's very Jewish coded.
Yeah.
Like in
Oh,
an
God.
uncomfortable way, like and because also like blood libel is a really old
Yeah, of
anti-Semitic
course.
thing. So like I mean, yeah,
Okay, do you know what? Let's move on. the fuck
anything
did I
to
get
not
to?
read the porn.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Literally.
Let's discuss the anti-Semitic undertones of Dracula.
I grab her hips, pulling her against my abdomen so that her open pussy rubs against the thick base of my cock.
Okay.
I look up at her. Her skin gleams and her chestnut locks cling to her damp neck. She's already got a damp neck.
She's already sweating.
Yeah.
Bitch, me too. The fuck.
I mean, to be fair,
2 minutes on top. She's like,
I'm out, tap it out.
To be fair, she has just been doing like farm work, you know. Like, I mean, she's
sure she might actually already be sweaty for other reasons.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and maybe like nervous sweat, maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's sweat for the wrong reasons. That's you know.
Exactly.
Her breasts bounce in my face as she rides me.
Oh no! I just get spurs.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I just read that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay, right. Osa. Yes, yes. Osa.
Oh.
That's as much enthusiasm as I can put into
Yeah,
that.
put the
tone
I
in
am
it,
not a
put the
voice
tone in
actor.
it.
Nope. She says, and her pussy tightens around my cock. I can't hold it any longer. A powerful climax rocks me, and I push deep into her, growling with pleasure. Looks like we found a match.
Oh
I like how we have the exact same thought.
no! Oh my god! I just looked at it same. I just really heard it. I was like, I looked over, I was like, I knew it.
We were like,
Oh.
ow.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
Do you know that person's trans?
Are they?
She's a she now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who?
She's a furry.
It's just a YouTube video and it's like this person they're like on all levels except physical I am a wolf and then it cuts to them standing like in the river going
It's so funny. It's so funny. No, she's a furry. And yeah, she did this like documentary to kind of like shine light on like furries, and then they like just rip the piss out of her. And
I mean,
it's kind of mean.
I mean it's kind of mean but
It's like it's really weird.
it's also really weird.
It is really weird, but also as long as in my mind it's like as long as you're doing something that's A, consensual and B, harmless.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Go for it, you know.
I can still find it funny though, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, I can still laugh at it
exactly.
because that's my
exactly.
that's my right.
Exactly.
That is my right as a God-given woman.
I bury my face in her breasts. He doesn't choke on them though.
Stop it.
And groan as the spasms die down.
Once again, that is like Instacom?
Yeah, he went for like 10 seconds
Yeah.
there.
Also, did she come? No.
No.
Like, I hope she fucking still will. Right, let's see what happens.
When Elizabeth lifts her head off my shoulder, I smile at her and push the hair off her face, helping her to stand up. She pulls her dress on and ties her hair up as I fasten my clothes. She isn't
Bitch, what?
sure of what to say next.
It's so
Me-
funny
bitch,
to
me
me that
too.
Yeah.
you just like finish fucking, you just get up and you're like,
But
well,
Cool.
it's like, was that worth it? Was all that time stalking her
For like,
worth it?
Exactly.
But like, what?
that honest... I think that was like out of everything we've read.
I've
That
got
was...
book blue balls right now.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think this was the least sexy sex scene of
Okay.
all of the ones we've read
And
so
we've
far.
read raptor porn.
We've read raptor and vegetable porn, you know, like...
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, it's not over till it's over, so
Yeah.
we could,
Potentially,
you know, okay.
We have 13% left.
Yeah. Would you like something to drink, sir?
Why would you that accents
Oh my god!
I mean, on the line before, it didn't really feel right, and she pretty much hasn't said any...
Sir. Yes, sir.
And she hasn't said pretty much anything up until this
She
point, let's
literally
be
asked
real.
exactly. Oh my god.
I look at the white curves of her neck, and at the throbbing pulse just under
Oh
her
my God.
skin.
Oh my god. You predicted it. You predicted
Oh, wait, what did I predict?
that he's gonna
Oh, okay, yeah.
munch.
Oh, yum. Yes, I would, Elizabeth. Yes, I would. But one day you'll be a wife to a farmer and a mother to a passel of kids, and I would not deny you that life. For tonight, though, you are all mine.
But
For
what do you
tonight,
mean?
I
It's
thought it was like morning.
It's morning! Bitch, what?
And
Maybe-
she was mine for like 30 seconds. Oh, wait,
I think
what?
that's it.
That's the end!
disappointing as fuck.
This was disappointing as at least it was 99p, like...
You paid 99. You paid 77p for that.
77p. Yeah, no.
I could write something better than that. Okay,
definitely.
this is going to be my new profession. I've just
porn.
Is writing
let's
good
read
porn.
about the author.
About the author, yeah.
Okay. Kahlua Stark is the pen name of an author who writes literary shit erotica short stories. Sorry.
Harsh but true.
Hot take. She enjoys pushing the boundary.
Yes, she fucking does. What's fucking legal, mate?
Yeah, exactly. Pushing the boundaries to create characters and situations that you remember even after the climax is over.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
what climax?
Yeah, the climax is like 2 seconds, mate. She's currently working on the next installment of the Regency vampire series, but also has a calendar full of short story ideas that she hopes to release soon.
So, any general thoughts before we do actual ratings?
Boo!
Yeah. Big fat fucking
This
get
guy
off the stage.
stinks!
You suck.
It was not impressive, I won't lie.
I think as well, like, 9 pages, and for what?
Exactly, right? So, I wasn't even hating on it originally that it's so short, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind a condensed short story, but
Oh, yeah, totally.
the story was shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, is like some kind of sarcasm being lost on us? That he
Maybe.
started the book being like, yeah, I'm the big fucking I am. I know how to seduce them womans. You know, like,
Maybe.
And then he
I know
comes
how to
after
do that.
30
And then
seconds.
he, like, stalks this chick for God knows how long.
Like 2 months.
And then just, like, comes in 2 seconds and is like, bah. We don't know if he comes back.
Probably
we know nothing.
not.
Because
Assumedly not, because he's like, you're gonna go be a wife and a mother, but not for me. And then he goes,
yeah.
Like, also, like, 'cause, like, there's no, I mean, because this is the end. We don't know what she fucking says there. Like,
Yeah.
or, like, how it ends. And also, right. Okay, one thing I was really wondering about while we were, like, reading it. Who's the target audience? Because, like, it's very,
I
like...
think it's meant to be women.
No, see, that's what I mean, right? Because it's very much like, oh, you got, like, the Regency theme, the vampire shit, generally,
Just
like
like
erotic...
dark, mysterious stranger finds small, quaint girl and...
Exactly, and, like, generally,
Finds
you know,
her
like
irresistible,
literary
yeah.
eroticas mostly goes towards women, but it's only talking about his pleasure, and, like, she doesn't get... Because, like, the only good thing is about most, you know, like, the books, like, we review is that they're very much,
Like
you know...
Purple Ridge, like...
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
even if, like, there's, like, some dubious shit in most of them, like, you know, the woman comes, at least,
Yeah.
you know?
Or it's at least described in explicit detail that the woman comes and
Exactly.
it is mentioned.
And that the woman has fun, you know, versus this one is just like, oh, she's a little bit wet, and it's literally it. Like, everything we hear about her, like, her fun, and it's like...
we heard that she did at one point squeak when she was doing it to herself.
Yeah, it
True.
sounded
And
like
that's
she was
it.
having a lot more fun just vibing herself
Exactly.
than she was with him.
Oh
Yeah,
my
very
god,
much
can
so.
you imagine though? Tangent.
Yeah.
Like, so sad that back then they didn't have vibrators, so they could not
I
let
know,
you
right?
Cleopatra
vibe in bed.
invented the first vibrator though.
Bitch, what?
She put bees inside like a tube.
What the fuck?
Have you seen that TikTok where it's like, I cannot give away too much information, but I fear I may have girl bossed a bit too close to the sun.
Honestly, like, I mean, I've heard this so many times, but, like, I do wonder if it's a myth or if it's real, because it just
I think it's a bit of both. I don't know if it
Probably,
was
yeah.
specifically Cleopatra, but they have found instruments like that and like
Seriously?
instructions of
Jesus
how.
Christ.
Yeah.
Do you think to, like, you know, turn up the power, they just shook up the...
They unscrew it and add a couple more bees.
No, I think that once they're in, nothing else is
No,
going in there.
no,
It's
no,
just
no.
like, they've gone in there to
One
die.
that,
If one-
suffocate.
Yeah, they have one purpose. That is...
They are single use, my guy.
The guys.
They are
I think they would. I think, to
I
be
think
honest,
so-
that would have been that would have been dying a noble
Another
death.
tangent.
Yeah.
We're breaking off again. Do you know that the Egyptians used to put honey on their slaves to act as like
Oh yeah, I heard
standing,
about the fly traps. I heard that was just fucking
What
wild.
the fuck? Not just, you know, putting like a bit of like, you know,
No, they
water
would
and sugar in a
smother them
glass.
in honey. Yeah.
That's savage. Like, if being a slave wasn't sad enough, you know, having to like carry rocks everywhere and build pyramids and shit. No, you also have to attract bees. And
Yeah.
You're really, like, humans really are dicks to each other, huh?
Yeah.
Almost like
And
this
to
guy
bees.
is a dick.
Yeah. And we looked it back.
He looked it back.
and he's not even human.
He's not even human,
Yeah.
true. Well, he was at some point. Oh my
yeah.
God, okay.
So that's the general thoughts, is that it is in fact that was shit.
Yeah. Okay.
I was so pissed off as well because see when we chose that we were like, oh Yaz loves vampires.
I was
Honestly,
excited.
See
It
if
looked
we-
great.
See if we had watched Twilight and then read this, I think we'd be literally like breaking your computer. I think we'd be so pissed off. Not that Twilight is like literary like
Gold.
gospel, but like come on. Can you imagine watching fucking Breaking Dawn Part 1 and then you have to sit through this shit? I'd be so mad. I'd be so pissed off. I'd be like, why are we reading Twilight 1 again? Enough.
Oh my God.
This is like the reject Twilight.
It actually is.
It's like the short second life of Brie Tanner, but the short second life of this dude's orgasm. Like,
So as always, we rate on 3
Categories.
categories. We've recently changed the name of one of them. It is quality of the writing?
Yeah.
Quality of the writing, quality of the plot,
Well,
and then
no, it's like
sexiness.
plausibility is like the.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Quality of the writing, plausibility, and sexiness.
Because quality of the writing was previously just plot, but
Yeah,
we realized we
that
kind
was
of
changed
like.
it into like grammar and like
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we were more trying to say.
Yeah, I was just kind of, like how just like how well it's written, how nicely it flows and stuff
Whereas
like
like
that.
plot is more like plot points.
Exactly, yeah. So quality of the writing is kind of like both of that
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so quality of the writing. There was a couple of spelling mistakes.
There were, and a couple of like weird
Grammar.
grammatical like fuck ups.
Actually, the spelling was pretty good, but like the grammar
Yeah.
was a bit shit.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Yes, that's what it was. It was like a couple of words were missing and stuff like that.
Which can we address the fact that this was 9 pages long? That is not okay. Like
That's
if I were to
true.
submit a university essay with grammatical fuck ups like that, I have done that and I've had like marks deducted.
True,
Fucking
true,
read
true.
back your work. Did you literally just type like speed type this out in an afternoon and be like bam 77p it's happening?
She was
I can't
just
believe she got 77 pence from
Yeah.
us.
I know. She was just hypnotized by the vampire and then wrote it under the spell and then just published it. You know? We can't blame Kahlua. We have
Yeah.
to blame fucking Bertrand or whatever the fuck his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
I actually don't know what his name is.
Did we get does he even have a name?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
it's
does.
Lord Alistair. Okay. But we only just found this out from the blurb like for the next one, so I don't know.
Maybe we're idiots, or maybe she forgot.
She even forgot to tell us that fucking name.
Oh yeah, no, she forgot because it only ever says I, like it's 100%
Oh yeah,
first
of course
person.
it's first person.
It's only first person.
Okay. Alright, fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fine, okay.
Okay then. Lord
So-
Alistair.
So, quality of the rating. What are we thinking?
It's a 1 for me, dog.
Because I would give it more like one category in what she's actually writing rather than the actual writing itself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, but quality was, I mean, I would say like it's not only like grammar and that, it's also like how well it's written. But I thought it was super clunky.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't like the. I mean, you know, apart from because I can forgive. Okay, for example, I found in Chuck Tingle there was actually some like pretty decent descriptions and stuff like that.
There was nothing.
Whereas
like
in this
that.
one there was nothing that was like nice or like nicely vivid
Yeah, honestly,
or
I'm gonna give
anything
it
like
a 3, like
Yeah.
really low.
I'd have to go with the 3 as well. I
Fair.
think 'cause it's like you get a point because it is a piece of English writing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's definitely words. They're definitely on a page.
there are in fact words on a page. Is where my like, you know that, but then just the rest of it. It's like what happened, Kahlua? Do you know what I mean? Where did you go?
Okay, so that's a nice 7 out of 30 for this one.
Uh,
Plausibility. I mean, that's actually surprisingly like not.
I think it is surprisingly plausible, but I'm not happy by that.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that as
Like
well.
in a world where vampires exist and they can do this, I think they would.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There'll
Because
be other guys
men
that
in
don't,
it.
but men in it.
Yeah.
And it is plausible, but I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a surprisingly high score actually for
Yeah.
possibility because like yeah it is the only thing that really bugged me as well apart from just being like annoying that he spent so much time stalking her because he really wanted to fuck her and then they fucked for like literally a minute. That's what it seemed. So I'm like,
He talk a big game, huh?
yeah,
But
it's
is
not a big
that
game.
I honestly think that adds points to plausibility. That he gives himself that he's the big I am, and then on the day he can't deliver.
It actually does. That actually does. Honestly, plausibility 9.
Is that too savage?
It's not. It's not. Honestly, like, it's so in character. Actually,
Yeah, that's true.
like for me, plausibility 9. Like,
I'd probably go for an 8, I think,
Yeah.
but it's
yeah,
up there.
I feel like 8 is fair.
it is funny that it's like, yeah, the discrepancy. I mean, at least she made up some points there. So
Okay.
Sexiness. 0.
Zero.
yes, honestly, it's a fat 0 for me. Like, oh god, no, it was rapey. It had weird descriptions.
The sex was boring.
The sex was boring. There was no description of her pleasure. Or even of his either, right? Because, like, even...
It was just like,
exactly.
Done.
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's how quick it was.
It
Yeah.
literally, like, there
For
was...
a 9-page book, we really did read a lot of pages about him flying and looking at her.
I know, right?
And
Yeah.
a lot of pages about the writer writing about herself.
Exactly, right? Honestly, right? Because, I mean, I would have been fine with reading a 9-page story if it was just... Like, you can tell the same story on 9 pages in an infinitely better way that it could actually be kind of fun, you know what I mean? That he kind of, like, notices her and he's like, oh, she seems really interesting. What is she up to? What is her personality? Oh, I really like how caring she is or whatever. I mean, also weird, but, she could have, like, a personality. Then you could maybe, like, be like, oh, I kind of want to introduce him as myself, but I don't know how, but I'm gonna be, like, very nice, and then, he's gonna be very nice, and they talk, and then they have, like, proper good sex, That could have been okay. But this ain't it, chief,
Yeah.
And I think you're so right in what you were saying earlier about, who is the target audience for this. Because if it's meant to be women, surely you would gear so much more of the description of, like, pleasure towards women because we're meant to be able to put ourselves in it. So it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
where was that if we
I
are
don't
who
feel
it's
like
meant to be
anyone was
for?
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you asked a robot to write about sex,
Yeah.
I just can't say it.
Maybe she's a bot.
maybe she's a bot.
I gave a bot 10,000 hours of erotic literature, and this is what I came out with.
I would believe that, but the
I would
plot
believe
just ran a little bit too
Yeah.
I know.
consistently
I
for
know.
me to
Honestly.
get behind that fan theory.
Same.
So yeah, we've got a solid 1 plus 9.
No, Oh, it's 1 for me. Sorry.
1
Yeah.
plus 9, which is 10.
Yeah. Plus 0 is still 10.
And we've got a 3 plus 8 collectively, so that's 11 and 11 and 10, which is
32.
32.
Out of 90.
Oof, that is big oof.
That is
Right
so
there.
large. See, the funny
Yeah.
thing is, because I think we had books that scored lower,
But we've enjoyed them more.
that we enjoyed them more, because, like once again, I think when we ask the question, we usually ask them, would you recommend this? This is a resounding no from all of us,
Yeah,
I think.
I know, and it feels so nasty, but it's like,
I
that's the
know.
point of the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, right, so far, we have, and it's been our mission to bring you guys quality content.
Yeah.
And we had hopes for this, okay? We've got a period, people are really excited for a period piece. We're like, oh, fuck yeah, vampire. We hadn't had that yet, and we thought, like, oh, this could be, the cover art was nice. We thought, like, oh, this could be fun.
Like, it looks like classic good vampire smut.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
I was here for a story about sexy vampire, seduces the maid, or milkmaid,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
boom, 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 they have sex for 9 pages.
Exactly.
Great.
I
Yeah.
won't lie, I'm so disappointed that, the connection between milking the cows and
Milk and
him was never made. That's just hit me, and I'm so disappointed
know.
that was not utilised better.
know.
Like,
Good point.
that would have got, like, a good extra 3 points from me if there was at least
Exactly.
some kind of bringing it full circle. I feel like there was I can't remember what it's called in the slightest, but I feel like there was a, like, teenage vampire book that I read when I was probably, like, 16 that turns me on more than this, honestly. Like, inappropriate to say maybe, but it's just like,
So true, though.
this was just sad.
Yeah, exactly. This was just sad, mate.
Yeah.
Do we have a moral of the story?
Don't pay 77p to Kahlua Stark.
Yeah.
Maybe if a book's 77 pence, it isn't that good.
I know, I beg to differ with that, honestly. Like,
No, I know what you mean. Sometimes you can find an absolute gem, and that's what happened. Yeah.
I mean, I've read a lot of like free fan fiction that was better than this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's not like there's not like good stuff out there that's cheap or free.
Money
but
does not equal quality.
necessarily. Yeah.
That's my moral.
Yeah.
I've read fan fiction better.
Exactly. Also, I mean,
You've written better fan fiction.
I've written better fan fiction than
I
that.
just pay you 77p.
To write a good
Like,
Regency
yeah.
vampire fanfic.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Rewrite it.
lesbians.
Yes.
if you rewrite this, like
Yeah.
it's like the same story but with a lesbian vampire, it's just better. Like,
Way
I
better.
would, you know,
Ultimately, like 10x the quality right there. I'd
exactly.
say.
I know it would.
Yeah. You would absolutely like smash it.
And I'm not even that good a writer. It's
Yeah.
just it's
Do you know what, Kahlua, if by any chance you're listening to this,
Like,
fucking
babe.
at the Not My Cup of Tea podcast, because these guys here have got so many writing tips for you, my darling. Like, they...
and you could use some of them.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
there's an argument to be made where it's like anyone publishing a book ever is an achievement.
That is true.
Absolutely.
Like the great
Absolutely.
Graham Norton
That
said,
is true.
you've made yourself part of the slim few who do actually publish their books
Exactly.
because most books stay on a shelf and never get published and never get finished.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, this is a free world. I'm allowed to say I don't like things. Your book's shit.
I don't even know if I'd wipe my ass off the page of this book.
Oh, that's nasty.
That would be a great opening.
That's the opener.
Okay, so we made it eventually. That's it. We really want to go to bed now, I think, after this fucking thing.
Please come back next week if you're not too scarred.
Please
I
do.
will.
We
I'll
promise
come
it'll
back.
be better.
Yeah.
We promise it'll be a better
Quick shout out to Yas. Do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me on YouTube at Yasmin's Corner. Also, Instagram and Pinterest is the same name as well, just some underscores chucked in there somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me for now.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It was very fun.
Thank you so much for
Even
having me.
even if Elizabeth didn't. That's it from us for this week. Come back next time if you're not too scarred. You can find us on Twitter and TikTok at NotMyCupOfTeaPod with a capital T instead of tea like the drink. And Instagram at NotMyCupOfTeaPodcast, just to make it extra confusing. That's T spelled out. And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you are listening to this right now. Also, spicy thanks to our composer Kyle Clark, cover artist Oliver Groves, and the brave editor Andy Wells. Till next time!